So we're going to take a tour of downtown Nassau. I'm pushing my wife in her wheelchair, and she wants to go to Diamonds International to get a charm for a bracelet for my granddaughter. It's one of those things they'll give you a free charm if you go over to the store. The one mistake we made in this process is we failed to understand clearly the directions we were given. I'm not sure whose fault it was, but we didn't get them right. In today's video, we're going to do a tour of Nassau in the Bahamas. Okay, so I sped the clip up now to twice normal speed. I wanted you to get a feel for how busy and what the situation is like, but I wanted to make it as quick a visit as we could. This lady's not particularly happy about things. I'm not really sure why. Cheryl and I we found it completely benign. At least we never felt uncomfortable in all of our tours. But we've been to Mexico, and all the way across Mexico on a local train. In fact, we have been to the Philippines and to Japan and Korea. And so like I said, we've been in places much scarier than this. As we're going along, the challenge is traffic, both vehicular traffic and pedestrian traffic. The sidewalks would get completely jammed up and slow us down. Question of the day: have you ever been to the Bahamas? The one comment I'll make is we had stopped inside the visitor center and gotten directions to Diamonds International, which is where we wanted to go. They were giving away a free charm for a charm bracelet, and my wife had gotten one from our granddaughter, and so we were headed to Diamonds International. That was the sole purpose of this piece of the excursion. And what I will say is I believe that they were very helpful in there, and I think we should have gotten them to point out on a map how to get where we wanted to go. Because I'm going up here to the corner and I'm going to make a left turn, and that was the wrong turn to make. We're going to just go up here about that far, and I'm going to turn around and we're going to come back. That's about 15 minutes or 20 minutes of walking. So the one thing, as I was mentioning, is traffic is busy, and particularly on the streets. You can see over there, it's multiple lanes. It's one way. It's just stop and go. Pretty much bumper to bumper traffic all along in there. And in some areas it seemed to be more controlled chaos than traffic. There didn't seem to be a lot of like traffic lights and things to control the flow of traffic, so that added to the congestion. And some of the drivers seemed to think that rules were for sissies, and so they weren't going to follow any of them. You notice the tag here sign. We're going to come back here in just a minute, but we have spotted Diamonds International. It's over on the other side of the street, so we're going to go up to the corner and turn around and come back. And you can see some salespeople out on the street, and they're engaging with people walking by, but they're not engaging in an obnoxious way. They'll just, if you'll stop and talk to them, they'll talk to you and tell you about all the good bargains they have for you. In our case, we weren't looking for any bargains. We weren't buying anything. We were going to collect one free charm. You'll notice the effect of speeding it up on people walking and on the horses, because they weren't really moving that fast. And we get up here by Diamonds International, and again you see the traffic. Found me an opening. We'll cross over here. The one thing I'll say about a wheelchair in Nassau, in this part of it, is it was very easy to get around. There's ramps everywhere. The only thing we ran into that wasn't accessible was this store, and I'm not sure why they thought building it up 3 steps was a good idea. Maybe they didn't like people in wheelchairs, but that was the only storefront we found that we couldn't get into. We didn't have any problems with the sidewalks, with anything. Sidewalks are well maintained. It was just very easy to get around. I can't film in there, so now we're back by the Tag Hero sign, and we're headed into this little shopping alley, I guess is the best way to describe it. It's full of little shops. Some of them are 2 stories, some are just 1 story. And this gentleman is wanting us to go up and take a look at what he's got. We're not interested. And we're going to run into another individual that tries to get us to engage, and we'll stop and he's going to look at my wife's eyes. But in general, they weren't pushy, they weren't aggressive. Again, as I mentioned at the start of the video, there was nothing in here that made us feel the least bit insecure. It's just a shopping area. I have been in malls in the United States where people were more aggressive than these were. This guy's going to stop and look at my wife's eyes because she had a treatment done on him, and he wanted to see the effect of the treatment. There he is. He's looking at her eyes. He's decided that they look good, and she's told him she doesn't want any because he was going to give us some more stuff. And we're going to go down here, down this little ramp again, nice and accessible with changing height instead of steps. We've got a ramp to go down, and we're going to go up to the street, and that's where this video will end. That's the basically what it's like in the downtown area. And I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did enjoy, please go ahead and hit the like and the subscribe buttons. We've got a lot more videos coming up. You're really going to enjoy them. We'll see you next time.